Anannya Rawat and I'm from Navrachana University that's in Vadodara, Gujarat. So, and I'm here representing my club, Cultural Club, and we're here to take your interview about your journey. So, welcome. And firstly, I would like to congratulate you for your for hitting 36K followers yesterday. So, how do you feel about that?
Good, yeah. I mean, I think it's at some point the numbers kind of slip away. You don't really notice them as much, but it's always good to kind of see the community growing and seeing that people are still engaging with your content and that you're still relevant. I think that's the only thing that numbers do. So I'm really happy about the numbers. I take that as an opportunity to kind of listen and talk to people who are new to the page. And so every time I reach 1,000 followers, I do and ask me anything. And, a lot of those questions are similar, but a lot of them are different as well. So it's nice to have that as an opportunity to connect with followers that you may not do otherwise every day. Yeah.
How is Basin doing? Is he good?
Jason's good. Yeah, he turned 2 last month, and he's really liking the fact that lockdown has got the whole family together and that we are here all the time. But now he has like a new level of separation anxiety when we leave.
Right.
He's just like losing his mind. But yeah, I think other than that, he's growing up. He's maturing. I like that.
So what came into your mind when you said that I want to name him Basin? Unique name.
Yeah, so like getting the dog was not my idea. That was my mom's idea. But what got me to the name was the fact that I wanted a name that was in Hindi, one, because you have so many people around you calling him any other name, like your help would not say the name correctly and all of that, right? And that was one. And then the second was that I wanted a name that was gender neutral, because I think it's fair to have that. And then the third is that a name that it needed to be a little funny, because Basin's a Rottweiler.
Yeah.
They get a really bad rap, and
yes.
They're not the best dogs to have at home, because they've been kind of popularized as these ferocious dogs. So I couldn't call him like Tiger or something like that. That would
be like Max or Bruce.
Yeah, something like really manly. I couldn't do that. And something ferocious, you couldn't do that, because the idea is that if you have a funny name, you're automatically like reducing the chance of that person being apprehensive to the dog.
Yes.
And if you're less apprehensive to the dog and you're meeting the dog, there's a lower chance of that dog being ferocious at you. Because Rottweilers are, they're not the most cuddly dogs. They're very like cautious. So and you can't change that, but you can change your approach to the dogs. I think that's really helped too.
So like when we come to your field of work, like as in blogging, so what made you think that I want to start a blogging when you actually already have a job aside? Like what made you start it?
Yeah, so I started the blog in 2017. I graduated from college in America, and then from there I couldn't find a job that year because of the Trump presidency come in, and it wasn't that I wasn't getting offers. It was just that the offers were getting rescinded because eventually employers didn't know if they could hire me for a longer period of time outside of my visa requirements. So I came back to India, and I started blogging because I had about 3 months before I started my first job. And in those 3 months, I really just wanted to kind of use my brain and not just sit like a potato. So I kind of, I made food and I took pictures, and then a friend from college, actually, she pushed me to be like, okay, why don't you start a blog? And I had started the blog. So Life of Simple Treats, actually, the web domain was bought in 2013. And it was like this WordPress site I used to put like pictures on and stuff like that. But then, I kind of just revamped that, and I learned a lot of things across from there. Then I felt like it was important to have that because I worked in digital marketing. So having a hands-on experience was going to be really interesting. And then I just kept on running with it as a proof of concept. And now it's like a second job.
You ever thought that you would reach this level Like yesterday you just hit 36K followers. You ever thought that I would be here at some point?
Yes and no. I think there were some points where I felt like the growth was actually really slow and I could have done a lot more. So in fact, like until 2019, I only had 2,000 followers. So 2 years into the of building the blog, I only had 2,000 followers on Instagram. But it then just started picking up. But it was also like I was more conscious of my efforts, and that's what kind of did. So yeah, I mean, I think if I had done that earlier, it could have been bigger now. But I don't like looking in hindsight. I think I'm very happy with where I am.
So like running between the job and the blogging, like how do you manage it? Like you have a job at the side too.
Yeah, so I do work on the side. I lead a team of 7 at the Mavericks, which is a firm. And yeah, I mean, it's a lot of work and a very little sleep. But I really like it because I don't think of the blog as a job per se. It's more of like that's what I would do to unwind. And I think the moment it becomes a job, I would probably leave one or the other and start focusing. But at the moment, I think it's more of like this is what I do on my weekend. I'm just like really busy doing that. So it doesn't feel as difficult as it should. But yeah, I mean, I think if I work like every day, I work about 12 hours a day. Then the moment I'm done with that, I switch to the blog, and so I'm effectively on my screen from 9 o'clock till about 10, 11 o'clock trying to close out work. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely not something that is possible for a lot of people, and I completely appreciate the opportunity I have to not have as many responsibilities as others do, or have the opportunity to kind of be able to afford running something for 3 years without seeing a return on it. So there are lots of like privileges that have been given to me to kind of make this possible. So yeah, I mean, it's not just me, it's the ecosystem I'm in.
Especially it's a little bit difficult in the current times because everything is online. So it's a bit stressful to just sit in front of your laptop the whole day. Like it's a bit...
Yeah, absolutely. And hope that the internet works. I'm surprised I'm doing a video chat right now and usually my internet doesn't support this.
so like every field comes with some perks or disadvantages. So do you have any perks that comes with your blogging?
I get a lot of food, so that's a nice perk. So yeah, so that's a really fun thing. Like I have like eight or 9 different types of coffee right now, so my whole family is damn excited because we don't have to buy coffee for the next like 2-3 months. So we're pretty happy that way. But so those are like the perks of it. I think for me the big perk is that I'm actually learning something that I can then take to my full-time job as well. So it like directly correlates to that. So I think that's a really good thing, and it actually allows for not only learning but also conversion of business. So that's a really, really good thing that happens with me. So that's definitely a perk. I think a disadvantage is just like personal time is lower. Opportunities to kind of leave are lower. And I took 2 days off last week and I was just working. So like I had equal amount of work just on a different email account. So it was
So unfortunately, like here we come to an end to the interview. It was like lovely talking to you. So I hope we get another chance to talk to you. And yeah, once the video is out, if you want, you can share it, of course. So it was lovely talking to you. So
all right, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Bye bye.